don't really know where to begin. It's like the start of a documentary after something crazy traumatic happens. No, I promise it's not that. About 7 months ago, I got back from studying abroad in Rome with an itch under my skin. I was literally tweaking out, which is so embarrassing. Like, you studied abroad, you didn't go to the moon. But still, maybe it was constantly being surrounded by modes of art. Maybe it was a different approach to work and life, or maybe it was the people I went with, but something changed for me upon my return. I was searching, claws out, for something that I couldn't even see. It wasn't even me who was aware of this change. People around me were starting to notice too. I was emo, and for what? I knew it wasn't just because I missed Rome. I missed something. Something was missing. And now I'm 80% sure I know what it is. I missed being excited to be alive. I craved it again. And without the excitement of a new place, I didn't know how to generate that sentiment and sensation consistently and reliably on my own. You can have a cool place to be in, and you can have cool people to be around, but I think until you have a cool thing, it's hard for humans to feel satiated. And by that I mean anything, like anything that makes you proud to even have hands that could do it. And with those three things, people, place, thing, I think in custom proportions for everybody, that might be the secret. In many ways, the birth of this collection was sheer desperation. I hear from artists sometimes, there'll be like discourse around like, this art already existed. If it's poetry, like a poet might be like, I just happened to sit at the desk and hold the pen at the right time, and the poem was written. Or I was just at the easel at the right time and the art was made. But this collection might be the dead opposite of that. I needed this series so bad, it might have emerged from the ether to paint me instead of the other way around. So this collection is my work, its own soul, and more importantly, a vision. Voiceover. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now. Please bear with me. When I came back to the States, I became really interested in magic. Not like cauldrons or potions, though I could be convinced, but the magic of the earth. The trees growing out of the ground and the simple miracle that we're alive. I took such solace in that perspective. I came back to a time of tumult in the world, politically and socially. There was endless commentary and constant imposition of judgment in the realm of ethics. What is right? What is absolutely not? In a broader sense, what should we care about? That was the true genesis of the ethics of fairyland. It's based on a reading a kind professor gave to me upon request, The Ethics of Elfland. And that's based on the idea of magic. Perfectly ordinary, day-to-day magic. The magic of being alive on planet Earth at the same time as each other, and in that state of affairs, what should we care about? What does the ethical realm and its responsibilities decree from the citizens of fairyland? I.e. us. In all the ways that matter, this collection is about you and me. So without further ado, I'm so happy to present part 1 of my first collection, The Ethics of Fairyland. I am so hesitant to be like, this painting is about da-da-da, because I think that's the beauty of art, is that it resonates with people differently. So, and that's the same reason I had such a hard time naming these pieces in the first place. If anybody has an idea on what they could be named, please let me know. But I didn't want to say explicitly what they're about. So instead, I thought I'd share a poem, which is kind of random, but I wrote it in tandem with the painting's creation, so I figured it could be useful. If you're interested, here it is. We are the women of the whimsy woods, and we come as quick as we go. Fleeting and fervent, we dance on sodden ground, by moonshine and fern sway till the dawn breaks back home. You may know us by name, or maybe in silver, and if we're lucky to you, maybe in gold. You may know of our dance, but only a sliver, and one day you will know it by soul. This second painting was actually a bit of a challenge for me. I don't like using the color green when I paint just because it gets everywhere, but I didn't dare try to portray a sense of like lushness and ethereal earthness without the use of green, which was kind of the vibes that I'm going for. And again, I don't want to say explicitly what the subject of this is, but I thought I would share a track list for the vibes that I used while I was painting it, because that's kind of fun. The last painting in this mini collection was based off of a sketch that my friend Sam did, actually. She's a very talented artist, and I looked over in her sketchbook, and there was this little mini world that I thought was so lovely. So I took a picture with her permission and then went home and tried to flesh it out. And that was so fun to do. And usually I play with mixed media elements. I have been in these 3 paintings, and sometimes it'll bleed to the top as like, ooh, that's kind of exciting, like a piece of music or something like that. But this was the first time one of those elements bled all the way to the top as a compositional element, which is so fun for me. Like, I love going into these paintings and not really having any idea of what they're gonna look like in the end. I don't know, it just keeps things exciting, you know? And I think that's all I'm going to say about that one. Before I sign off, I want to say something, plead something, really. Fairyland is not about escapism. It's not about leaving the problems of the actual world behind to indulge in the whimsical and the abstract. It's not about that at all. It's about finding the link that brings us closest to our humanity and pulling it up and out of us until it simmers off our skin and thickens the air with an overwhelming, resounding sentiment of, like, I can't believe I'm alive right now, and I would do nothing to squander this for myself or anybody else. I feel like it's the stuff of revolution. So, with that, I bid ye fair citizens of Fairyland adieu.